Hi, welcome to this new video on Steel Armor Blaze of War. What I'm going to do in this video is quickly go over the M60A1 Main Gun sights. I'm not going to go into all the technical detail of armor, the parameters of armor, and the round ranges and all that sort of stuff, and it's not going to be a highly technical sort of tutorial because I simply don't know all that stuff. That's why. And what I'm going to do is I've got a load of targets set up out here. They're not going to shoot back at me. I'm going to put a platoon there so we've got plenty of targets to fire at, so I can explain what the sights do within the tank. What I want to do is I want to get rid of the rest of my platoon. I just want to be a lone tank out there, so I haven't got any orders to give to my mates or anything like that. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to disband these other tanks from my platoon, so I'm just sitting there on my own. Okay, let's get in there. But yeah, before we go into the sights, you need to understand that the sights correlate with the different ammunition types you've got within a tank. You know, a tank just doesn't go out there with one type of ammunition that's the silver bullet as such. It has various different types of ammunition for various different types of target. So we're going to go to the gunner's position by pressing F6. I'm going to press V to go into the sights. Okay, we've got loads of targets out there. Now this is the battle sight, the main battle sight, okay? And what I use this one for is the heat round, and this is the middle one here. Tell him to load it. I'm going to get a target. I've pressed the control key to get this cursor, and I want a range to say that tank there. I've clicked on that, and now my commander, he's going to use his ballistic computer and all that sort of stuff to get a range for me, and here it is, 907. So once I've got that 907, I know that when I put the crosshair over that tank, that's going to be about right. So if I fire now at that tank, I should get, oh, I got a miss, but yeah, I got a hit. I missed my target that I selected, but I hit another tank. So if it's hidden under that, there, fire. Yeah, well, I'm getting an eat this and a miss, these messages down here, which says I'm actually hitting something, so that's all good. But as you can see, the crosshair will tie in with the ballistic computer range here. So if I select that tank there, it's a bit further out, it's about 1,000 yards away. Fire. Yeah, I got a hit. There you go, it says hit there. Not necessarily destroyed the target or anything like that. It takes a few hits with a heat round. But that explains this sight. This is the battle sight. So if you press control, click on a target, the commander will set up the ballistic computer, this information sent to this sight, and that's calibrated to that distance there. So if I fire now, I should get a hit. Yeah, I hit. Okay, so that's how that works. Now press V again. Sorry, press V, press C, switch to this sight here. Now I'm just going to briefly explain this sight. Okay. Up here on the top left, you've got high explosive. It says HEPT. That just says it's a high explosive. This correlates to the high explosive round. These numbers here. On the left-hand side, the M393. That's the name of the round. So if we hover over the high explosive round here, you can see it there. It says M393. That's that round. So this round here correlates with this side of the target. Okay. The M392, the Sabo round, APDS, this correlates with the Sabo round here. So if I put that over there, that says M392. So this side of the sight correlates with that particular round there. So we're going to select that now, get him to load it. I'll have to fire off this HE round first. Let me just select a target there. So that's 600. So about there. So he's going to load a Sabo round, which is correlating with this side of the sight. Okay, and let me go and find a target. Let me pick a better target than that, something more obvious. There, that one there. Okay, let's get a range to that target. and he's put in here 813 yards. So I need to line up that 8 there, if you can see it at the top of the sight. Let me just zoom in a bit. 8 there. With the tank, oh, he's gone behind cover there. So that's roughly 800 yards there, where that tank is. So if I fire now, I just missed sort of slightly to the right. Okay, 805 yards. They're just so they're hidden behind cover. I've got no good targets here to show you. Okay, sorry about this. Right, let me find another target. Some juicy ones there. They're about to go into cover. That one there. What's that saying? Yeah, 800 yards. So I'll line up the 8 on the right hand side there. Fire. Missed that. Oh, didn't get any lead. There, and I hit. So it's got a flatter trajectory, the Sabre round. Okay, and I've done a highly technical drawing to explain this. Okay, and the reason why we have two different types of ranges to correlate with the ammunition on this side of the thing. So if I come out of here, I can show you my highly technical drawing that I spent hours working on today. Here, this is the tank here. I know it looks so realistic that it sort of blows you away, but the Sabre round is in black and the high explosive round is in red. The high explosive round has got a higher trajectory, so your elevation on the gun needs to be higher, and the Sabre round, it's a lot flatter, so you can have more of a direct shot at the target. Okay, so as long as you understand that, that's the reason why we have the different types of sights. Now, I know that sort of highly technical drawing blew you away there, but that's the reason why we have these two different sides to the rounds. The rounds just have different trajectories, if that makes sense. So let's have another go with this guy with a Sabre round. I've clicked on him. He's a bit closer to me now, so I can use the top of the crosshair here. If I fire now, I should get a hit. Yeah, hit the back of his track there. And now I'm going to aim at the turret a little bit because I've got a stationary target. So it's there. Yeah, that's a nice hit. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If I put in a high explosive round now, let's fire off that Sabre. Now we've got a high explosive round. He's 600 yards away. So when I was aiming here with the Sabre round, I need to raise the turret slightly to get the 6 on there, on the left hand side, and fire. And then I get a hit again. So hopefully that will make a bit of sense to you. So what I do is I use, that's the high explosive round, that ties in with that one. The Sabre round on this side ties in with that one. So if you get like a 2,000 yard ballistic computer correlation, you need to get this part of the sight on the tank like that, aim and fire, and obviously give it a bit of lead and what have you if you need to. And then the middle, the heat round here, if I have a heat round, then I will use this sight here because the ballistic computer will correlate to that. So if I fire now, this should be ranged within 650 yards. Yeah, that was a hit. And that's the sights, and hopefully that'll make a bit of sense to you. So I've just clicked on that, got a range, same 657. There, it's easy to hit something that close anyway. But when you get ranges further out, this sight here, and you're using the middle round, if you select the target and the ballistic computer changes to say 1,200 yards, there's nothing to do. You don't have to aim higher or lower or anything like that. As long as you've got this middle round selected, this will be calibrated to that range. Now, I'm hoping that makes sense. If not, give me a shout and I'll go into more detail with it. And the next thing I'll do is the T62 battle sights and the main gun sights on that, and give you a brief explanation on how that works. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers.